Vulture Mine, once a gold mine, now a graveyard of restless spirits. I went there thinking I'd explore some old ruins. What I found instead was something that never left. I stepped inside one of the mine shafts. It was quiet at first, just the crunch of dirt under my boots, but then I heard it. At first I thought it was just my imagination. But the sound grew louder, coming from inside the walls, and then the whispers started. I turned to leave, but the air grew thick, heavy. My chest tightened, and then something ran past me in the dark. I spun around, my flashlight shaking. There was no one there. But then, my light flickered over the wall, and I saw them. I ran as fast as I could. But just before I reached the exit, I heard one last whisper. "You took our gold. Now we're taking you." They say if you're driving down Interstate 10 between Phoenix and Tucson late at night, you might see him, the Headless Man. I was on a long drive home. It was nearly 2 a.m. and the desert was dead silent. Then, out of nowhere, my headlights caught a man standing by the road. He was wearing old cowboy clothes, a dusty brown duster, boots caked in dirt. But the worst part, his head was gone. I swerved, nearly running off the road. I looked in my rearview mirror, but he was closer now, running beside my car, keeping pace. I floored it, my engine roared, but he just kept running, faster and faster until I slammed on the brakes. My hands were shaking. I turned around and the road was empty. You can't outrun me. Casey Moore's Oyster House, a warm, welcoming place until you hear the whispers. I was having dinner with some friends. The night was normal, at first. Then the waiter told us the story, about the woman who was murdered upstairs. At first we laughed it off, but then strange things started happening. Our silverware rattled on the table, a candle snuffed out on its own, and then the whispers started. "Help me." I turned my head and for just a second, I saw her, standing by the staircase, her eyes hollow, her lips moving without sound, and then she vanished. The Copper Queen Hotel, elegant, historic, haunted. I stayed in room 315, the room where they say Julia Lowell still lingers, a woman who took her own life and never left. I went to bed feeling uneasy, and then at 3 a.m., I woke up. There was a pressure on my chest, I couldn't move. I felt fingertips grazing my arm, a breath against my ear. "Stay with me." I broke free, gasping. The room was ice cold. I turned on the lamp, and saw the imprint on the sheets, as if someone had been lying right next to me. I didn't sleep the rest of the night, and when I checked out the next morning, the front desk smiled, knowingly. "Julia liked you," they said, a faint whisper, almost a giggle. Some places hold on to their ghosts, some places let them roam, and if you ever visit, you might not leave alone. Stay with me.